Hello, everyone. This is Matt, your local friendly gamer. I know I've been kind of out of action for a while. It's like almost a couple days after I did that pre-Switch 2 direct discussion with Phil. I came out with a pretty nasty cold that had me sidelined for a week. Um, and I also had to spend like pretty much the week after trying to catch up on stuff, and in some ways, I still am trying to catch up on stuff, which is why I haven't necessarily done another stream in a while, especially the next Pokemon Violet part for the expansion. I am really hoping to get back to that soon. So, um, yeah, yesterday we got a surprise direct announcement from Nintendo. I guess this is going to be the final one that is solely going to be focused on Switch 1. Before we start introducing the Switch 2, which will be next month. Not even next month, next week actually, April 2nd. So, yeah. Now, I feel like they are still going to announce games that will be playable on Switch 1 for some time, especially because there will be backwards compatibility involved. Even in the early days of the Switch 1, we still had 3DS games announcements. So it'll probably be like that, especially because even now, Sony is still announcing some of their games for PS4 as well as PS5. It's just the PS4 games are also compatible for PS5 as well. But before I do get started on, hi, thanks for tuning in. But before I do get started, I do want to kind of sum up my thoughts on the Pokemon Presents that happened last month. Because I didn't really get a chance to earlier, and I was kind of hoping that I had another Pokemon part already done to where I can discuss some of the things involved. Overall, it was all right. I do like kind of the format that they were going for with having all of the mobile game and other short announcement stuff first, and then have the actual video game announcements at the end. I do feel like there is a little bit of unevenness between like all the other announcements and the video game announcements. But it is nice that Pokemon Concierge is going to get another season on Netflix. And I'm pretty sure those that have been, following the mobile games are appreciative of their respective announcements, as well as Pokemon Unite. Obviously, the two big announcements were Pokemon Champions, which will be on the Switch and mobile devices, and that is going to be kind of their new Pokemon Stadium-esque game. From what it also seems like, we will be seeing multiple gameplay mechanics being merged together onto one platform, like we saw as an example of Mega Evolution, we saw an example of Terrestrialization. I wouldn't be too surprised if Z-Moves and Dynamax also found their way in there. Gotta wait yet and see. We also have to yet to hear about how they're going to handle stuff like rental Pokemon, because that was a little bit of a sticking point against the Stadium and Coliseum games a little bit. How they're going to connect with Pokemon Home and the like. But it'll be interesting to see. And Pokemon Legends CA, they took that in a very interesting direction, especially having it being a real-time action RPG in a sense, which I'm all for. And it also seems like the Legends moniker isn't necessarily going to be made for like games in the past, but more so as a way of Game Freak trying kind of different ways to experience the world of Pokemon in a way that they couldn't necessarily fit into their main games, which I'm all for. It's also a good way to just revisit, past regions. And it seems like this does take place after the events of X and Y. But it will be interesting to see But it will be interesting to see how that goes. So, with all of that said, I did get spoiled a little bit on what is on there. A couple of things I wasn't necessarily surprised, just because we haven't had a whole lot of information on them yet. And I think there was like a couple of games that I, just kind of found out just by like Discord notifications, because unfortunately I couldn't get myself ready right away, so I could see it as it was actually live. This is just a straight playback of it. So without further ado, I think I have this low enough and that I am sharing both the screen and the audio. If you're not hearing the audio, just let me know and I'll see about fixing that. All right, so it should be like low enough to where you could still hear me just fine, as well as not blaring loud, although I might have to completely mute it for when it does copyright music. So without all further ado, let's watch the direct. Yeah, I have a little bit before the start, so we may have to wait a little bit before we start. All right, here we go. Yeah, it might be a little laggy too. That's okay. Oh, we're starting off on the Dragon Quest HD remakes. I am pretty curious about these. Because I have heard good things about Dragon Quest. I just haven't found a way to get into it yet. I'm already trying to cut down my Final Fantasy backlog. So I don't want to necessarily introduce Dragon Quest to my backlog just yet. But yeah, this looks really good. Alright, yep. 1 and 2. Because, yeah, I think 3 is already out. It's just probably going to take a little bit longer for 1 and 2 to come out, since it is 2 full games.
Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in for that as well.
There's your Nintendo Switch 2 mention, everybody.
What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future.
Is that a character that wasn't originally in the first 2 Dragon Quest games? Interesting.
Escape from dire straits.
All right.
Until oxygen 0.
Help me! Please help me, Dante!
The latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring.
Interesting.
You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris's whereabouts. dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment. Everything
Looks pretty interesting, but I'm not familiar with the Somnium Files.
Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris. No Sleep for Kaname Date from The Somnium Files launches on the Nintendo
Oh, it's from
Switch
Spike
July
Chunsoft.
25th. Unleash the supernatural.
Detective and Devil Summoner, huh? Let me guess, this is from Atlas, right?
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay. Set in the capital city in the year Taisei
Yeah,
20,
this is
Raido
giving
Kusanagi is
Shimigami
living as an
Tensei
apprentice
vibes.
detective. But unbeknownst to him, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles alongside demons you summon. Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point.
Interesting.
Then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside.
Yeah, this has Atlas
Powers
all
are
over
helpful
it.
in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army launches on Nintendo Switch June 19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Interesting.
Consume darkness. With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world, where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck. But
Yeah,
beneath
totally
this
not a reference to
Your
Pac-Man.
mysterious, maze-like world, your battle for survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before.
You can become Pac-Man.
But tread lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash powerful attacks. By
You can become a
consuming
giant mech by
resources
fusing with Pac-Man.
that can then
Okay,
be
not
used
gonna
to
lie, that is
enhance
pretty
your
cool.
abilities. Work to uncover Puck's true goal and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Rapids launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th.
No, I might get that. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Begins.
Okay, this is one of the things I was spoiled on. It's a new Rhythm Heaven. It's a new Rhythm Heaven game.
Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
Oh, okay. No wait, I got ahead of myself.
And give different commands
Sorry.
to the Patapon.
I got ahead of myself. This isn't it.
Patapon advances them forward, while Patapon has them attack.
That's pretty interesting.
And if you string together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kibapon to the shield-savvy Tatepon, build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes. Plus, new features have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your own drum.
So it's basically like a rhythmic
Lead the Patapons and
beat 'em
march
up
forth.
game.
When Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch July 11th.
All right. All right, what do we got going next?
Welcome to Zephyr Town, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Was this announced before?
First
I'm not
cracking up on
sure.
the Nintendo DS system. This immersive farming and life has no shortage of activities.
Oh,
to
it's a remastered DS game.
tend to your farm while growing crops and caring for animals.
It's a farming simulator.
Then sell your produce. And other
My
goods at the
sister and
town's
girlfriend might
weekly
be
bazaar.
interested in this one.
As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone.
Aww.
Plus, taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze. The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar.
Story of
launches on
Seasons
the
Grand
Nintendo Switch
Bazaar.
system
Okay.
August 27th.
Aw, a little after my sister's birthday.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series.
Oh, is it a new game or is it a remaster? I don't know. Alright, what do we have going here? Up. There we go. We get to see more Metroid Prime 4 news. That is an interesting look for Samus.
This is the unknown planet Vuros.
Heroes, okay.
Here,
Sorry, you can't see it with my lower view kind of covering
a
it.
colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward. She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike. As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
Oh, she gets psychic
These
powers.
powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors.
Alright.
They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind.
That is pretty cool.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Shadihara. Theros, Nantana, Shakara.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
Lakin Takalalech, Ashadihara. Intentina Kalanshi.
Alright. Is that a new suit?
It looks like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities. Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
I wonder when we're gonna see more, though.
Ready to stir up some mischief? Once upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest potionista of the Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get to know
This
them
again,
in
this
real
might be
life.
something that
Mix
my
ingredients to brew all
my
sorts
sister and
of
my girlfriend might be
strange
into.
elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The
Interesting.
potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows what mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe launches on Nintendo
Oh.
Switch later today.
All right, got a shadow drop.
Summon a spellbinding adventure. Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master the magical arts. During class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn
All right,
advanced
all right.
techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcaster. There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes. Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition.
Even for
Or
witches,
use
two
the
witches
spells
probably
you
an
learn
arm and a
to
leg.
craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op.
Oh, that's nice.
Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
The dev studio is called Chucklefish. I know you can't see it because my camera feed is blocking it,
Action,
but that's
adventure,
a nice
and
dev
arcade
name.
games await.
All right.
Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this platforming adventure, you'll explore an
Oh, that
expansive
looks really
archipelago
cool.
where nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts. Then use its abilities to find your own path through the enchanting world. Can you uncover the secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when the Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius,
Oh yeah.
Salamander, Life
Konami has been doing really good with their
Gradius
classic
2,
collections lately, as far as I
Gradius
gathered.
3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3.
Ah.
Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
All right. All right.
Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necrodancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remixed stages, and global leaderboards. Plus,
All right, that's
musical
pretty
mayhem
cool.
awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necrodancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Let's see what's in store.
Oh, this is a Hello Kitty game, right? Or not.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new
Oh, it's a
entry in the
Tamagotchi game.
Connection series. There are stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the afternoon tea.
That's adorable.
12 wonderful stores need your help.
Man, they're announcing all sorts of games for my
Provide good
sister
customer
and
service,
girlfriend.
get high ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before. With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to be booming. Get ready to set up shop
Yeah, it is a
when
very adorable
Tamagotchi
game.
Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
Alright, it's coming out in a few months. Oh, here's Pokemon.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City.
And apparently that's gonna be where the whole
Pokemon to
game's
coexist,
going to be.
A company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan.
Huh.
Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City. Scattered all over town are wild zones.
Alright.
These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city.
And this is probably where
You
we're
can
mainly
catch
going to be
Pokemon
catching
here.
them.
But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Oh, interesting.
People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City.
Alright.
But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers are
Okay.
in battle.
Everyone goes out into battle at nighttime, it seems.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle. Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack. During battles, using a
Oh,
super
so you
effective
could
move
you
at
could
the right
cheap
moment
shot
is key.
people too.
And with Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more.
I wonder if they're only going to have Mega Evolutions
You'll
for
start at
Pokemon
Rank
that
C
already have
and
it.
Work your way up to Rank A. Trainers who reach the top are said to have a wish granted. Day and night are 2 sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure? Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a holiday release. Same with Metroid
In
Prime
Lumio
4.
City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
Alright, what else do you got for us?
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see, boop, doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. Boop.
Oh yeah, this is where they announced the new
wanna see-
Rhythm Heaven.
Just press the button to jump through the ring. Boop.
Did they use a text-to-speech voice?
It sounds easy. But the timing is super tricky. Boop. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm? might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm. With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series, Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Next year. Okay.
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove, a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series.
So yeah, there are
It
going to be
includes
new
lots
entries
of
for the
music
Switch
produced
even
by
after
renowned
Switch 2 is
Japanese
out.
Musician Tsunku. What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear? We hope you're looking forward to it. Next, we have news about the use of digital games on your system. Please take a look.
Okay. That's interesting.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games. When purchasing the digital version of a game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system. If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want.
They
Just as
probably
if you
did
had
this in
inserted a
anticipation
digital
for the
game
Switch
card.
2.
With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems. Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
Alright.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member's system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to.
That's pretty handy, actually.
They can now play on their own system. You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person. Games can be
Alright.
lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you,
Alright.
making digital games even easier to use. Virtual Game Card.
Now here's the
The virtual
thing.
game
What
card
about
feature
digital games you've
lets you
already
swap
owned?
games between Nintendo Switch systems, as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems.
Okay, yeah.
This
They did this
feature
in
is
anticipation of
planned to be
Nintendo
added
Switch 2.
via a system update in late April.
Alright.
Let's
So
take a
it'll
look
already be a
at
thing
More Nintendo Switch games.
by the time the Switch 2 comes out. Alright, this is the sizzle reel. Alright, High on Life is coming to the Nintendo Switch. That looks pretty cool, Star Overdrive. That also looks pretty cool. King of Meat. Alright. Well, yeah, that game has been announced for a while, so it seems like it's finally going to come out soon.
Uncover history once more. An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch.
Alright.
Meet Gustav, the royal heir, and Will the explorer. Two heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG. Experience the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Alright, that's nice.
Monumental adventures await. Embark on peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Alright.
And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Oh.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch. Aim, time your button press just right, and take your shot.
Nice shot.
Perform back
Looks pretty neat.
side spins, and other special shots. In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So
That's
just
nice.
relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on Nintendo Switch this year.
Alright, sounds good.
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15, including the likes of the spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine to take on the challenge.
Ah.
Quarters combatants to aerial aces. You
Is
can
this
mix
like
and
a new
match
2D
variety of
beat 'em up?
heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
Alright, alright.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement.
Alright.
Please take a look.
What do you got for us?
I'm a buckle. Tornadoes off on G Plus than yesterday.
Is this a game involving Mies?
How refreshing. Hiya.
Seems like they're using text-to-speech again. Yep.
Tomodachi Life. Living the dream.
Yep, it's a new Tomodachi Life game. Also in 2026. Interesting.
Did you want to talk?
Ah. Glad that was only a dream.
That was Tomodachi Life.
That's a
Living
little
the Dream.
anticlimactic,
First new entry in the
but
series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw Mii characters living on an island out at sea. What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking forward to it. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far.
I think overall, it was pretty good.
Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game. Here's Mr. Miyamoto
Oh.
to introduce it.
So this is their final announcement.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
And react to online.
Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today.
Oh, they're making like their own little
Which
news app.
functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day.
Interesting.
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
Oh,
Nintendo
that's
Today
nice.
will be available to download on smart devices later today.
All right.
Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please try it out.
I will.
That's all I have to share. I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, yeah, that was a little better announcement to end on than the whole Tomodachi Life thing. Like, not a bad idea for a game. It's just that's a weird game to end things on. So it probably was for the best that they decided to end on that little news app. Although part of me kind of wished that they had a little bit more to show regarding Metroid Prime 4 and maybe have that be the last game announced. Or, you know, maybe something regarding Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary or something like that. I think either one of those would have been nice to have. Maybe also would have been nice to have another like specific update for one of the NSO libraries or something like that. But overall, it was pretty good. So here, let me just. So yeah, overall, I do think the Direct was pretty good. It was a nice way to kind of get everything out of the way so that we could solely focus on Switch 2 for next week. The virtual game cards were very interesting. I think the only thing I would have really... And I feel like they did want to announce that so that it could be clearly compatible with Switch 1. And then have that be something, going from Switch 1 to Switch 2. so that they can focus on specific features for Switch 2 in next week's Direct. The only lingering question that I have is there any way that we can, make virtual game cards of digital titles that we already have? They didn't quite specify that. Hopefully we'll hear something about that later. And let's see. The short Pokemon ZA made sense because we just had a Pokemon Presents on it. And a lot of the games were pretty interesting. A lot that I feel like both my girlfriend and my sister would be interested in, interestingly enough. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I'd say this was a very good way to kind of end things off, especially because, with a lot of second and third party titles, for all the other companies to get their stuff out before Switch 2 comes out. Not a lot of first party titles, but it does seem like there might be like a first party or two that will still be available for Switch 1. Those that aren't exactly going to be remasters or ports or anything like that. I do hope that at least on the remaster and port side, we'll still see Switch 1 support for that, at least in the first 2, 3, 4 years. Because not everyone's going to get a Switch 2 right away. They're probably just going to get the most they can out of their Switch 1 before moving over. Aside from people that, can't really stand the FOMO and do have the money available, or people that focus on content creation and stuff. So, but yeah, I think for something that came right before, and I should stress, it came right before the Switch 2 news, I say it was good. I'd say had it just been another Nintendo Direct, it would have been a little bit on the average side. Which is still okay, But yeah, I think all in all, this was pretty good to see, especially, it got rid of it got all of the other announcements out of the way so that next week we can just focus solely on the Switch 2 stuff. I might try out that Nintendo's news app later today. Who knows? But yeah, I'd say it was pretty solid, and I'm looking for. They did ensure that there will at least be stuff coming out throughout the remainder of the year, so that we just aren't going to sit on our hands waiting for the Switch 2. So I'd say, yeah, pretty good, all things considered. So hopefully between now and the Switch 2 Direct, I'll at least have one stream of Pokemon Violet. And then I'm going to hopefully, do another reaction video for the Switch 2 Direct, and then hopefully have a post-Direct discussion with my best friend Phil. And that is going to be like kind of my immediate plans for right now. Especially since, I don't really have a cold anymore. I just need to make sure to get everything else in order so that I can actually dedicate time to stream. But with all that said, thank you everyone who decided to tune in today. I actually got quite a few people, probably because, I just realized that it's also spring break. So, hopefully you were able to spend a good day as far as like your spring break is concerned. It's gonna be over before you know it. But with all that said, thank you for tuning in this morning. Hopefully I will be back soon with more reactionary content, discussion content, and even some stuff involving playing a game for a change. And have yourselves a wonderful day, and take care.